Acknowledging that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Exactly as you are. Nothing more needs to be done to fully arrive in this space as you tune in to all 5 gateways of perception. Through sight, even with eyes closed. Through smell, taste, touch, and hearing. So hear what you hear, feel what you feel, smell what you smell, taste what you taste, and see what you see. Free of conjuring or expectation. An uncontrolled moment to simply receive. Now a reminder of my 3 rules of breath. Number 1, always in through the nose, out through the nose. Number 2, into your belly, diaphragmatic breathing. And number 3, slow and smooth, for less is more when it comes to breathing. Imagine you were on a rowboat. You could do a bunch of short, shallow, rapid movements, paddling your way towards your destination. Or you could take long, smooth strokes to propel yourself downriver. On the next inhale, rise up to tabletop position. I invited one person with a GuruPad, so I will teach those cues today. Placing your left hand on gold 3, right hand on gold 4. Those are wrists underneath shoulders, knees on the purple circles. Placing hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, and aligning your pointer fingers with the red line. So space your fingers out if you don't have a GuruPad. Finding your flat back, drop the belly, lift the gaze, inhale, pull yourself and your gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round through the spine, push down through your hands and lift your navel towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse that, really accentuate the movements of your spine to be opposites. And then exhale, again, you're tucking tailbone, tucking chin. Thinking that you could horseshoe your spine there, then inhale. See if you can horseshoe it the other way. Finding the naturalness of your movements in coordination with your breath. In fact, let's go a touch deeper on that. Do one more round of cat-cow, coordinating breath and movement. And then go ahead and flip around and come onto your backs, sitting down first. If you have the GuruPad, place your left foot on blue 1, right foot on blue 2. Either way, you want your feet hip width apart, and then you're going to shimmy down until you can tickle the backs of your heels. Wrapping your shoulders underneath, pressing down through the tops of your feet, and lifting your hips. Simple bridge. Inhale, lifted hips. Exhale, lowering hips. Inhale, lifting hips. And exhale, lowering hips. Now we're going to incorporate the arms. Inhale, lift the arms overhead as you lift the hips. Coordinate the touching of your thumbs behind your head with the full expression of your hips lifted. And then exhale. When your pinkies touch down, your hips should touch down. So your palms are facing in. That's why I'm cueing the thumbs and the pinkies. Inhale, arms overhead. As the thumbs touch down, finish the lift of your hips and your breath. Then exhale, lower the pinkies and the hips. Breath ends when the hips and pinkies touch. Cue into that coordination. Inhale, lifting. Slowing it down so you can slow down your breath. Exhale, lowering. Three more like this. 3 more cycles of inhales and exhales. Really finding the groove, that coordination. Last cycle, lay yourself down and then return to your breathing. You can extend your legs if you like, or you can keep the knees bent. What we are doing now is a pause for breath work. So as the body moves, the brain grooves. So we're going to continue to allow the body to lead the way. With your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. You're going to inhale starting for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. Use a slight constriction in the throat and awareness in your diaphragm in order to control the length of your breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, just a few rounds. Try to take in less oxygen or less volume of air, if possible. To really control the length of your exhalation and the volume that you exhale at any given second. Fill up the navel in an omnidirectional fashion so that you're actually lifting yourself off the ground and feeling your belly button rise to the sky. This is horizontal breathing. One more round. Inhale for 4. And we're laying down still. Exhale for 6. It's much easier on the ground. We're going to get into something called Vishima Vritti, which is the ideal ratio for breath holds. So let's do one more full inhale. You can take any length. Just fill up all the way to the top. Make sure you start in the basin of your belly. Fill it up all the way to the shoulders and upper chest without lifting the shoulders. And then exhale completely. Do that once more. We're going to inhale for 4. Hold for 16, release for 8, and hold again for 4. You can skip in any point. You can just take a little reset breath. If you need to inhale, just do a quick inhale and then join us again on the exhalation or the breath hold. So we're not creating panic. We're not creating tension. We're just attempting to allow our body to expand and operate within its capacity, its true capacity, free of limitation of mind. So exhaling all the breath, we're going to start with the inhale of 4. Inhale, take as much air as you need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out for 4 or take a reset breath. If that was intense, just reset your breath. And then begin your inhale now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember your reset breaths. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue breathing out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And reset breath. Fully in. And letting go. So this is about half of what I have worked up to. I usually hold for 32, release for 16. So you can do this. So we're going to try 2 more rounds and really maximize the benefits by not creating tension, not creating panic, and allowing yourself to reset a breath and join us wherever we are. So again, exhale all the breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it out. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4. Hold. And remember, anytime you need to reset the breath, feel free to do so. Little sips and release and return. 4 more seconds. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4 or reset. Last one. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Calm your body. Calm your heart rate. Trust your body. This is a very strong practice of trust. 5 more seconds. Begin exhaling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 4 or just reset your breath. And full breath in all the way to the top. Controlled exhale. Beautifully done. That's not easy, but it's so good for you. All right. From our backs, we're going to come into a little bit of core work now that we're fully oxygenated. So you can come up into boat pose immediately. And with boat pose, we're going to pull the right knee in, push the left knee out, take both hands to the top of our right knee and push into our right knee as we pull back on our right knee. So we're trying to push our right knee away, but that right knee is not going anywhere. Full breath in and releasing. Stay smooth with your breathing. Embrace the shakes and switch. Press into the left knee, extend your right leg forward. Hug that left knee back. Feel the engagement in your core. Try to keep a little curve, natural curve in your low back, meaning you're really pushing your tailbone down into the earth. Hug that left knee back. Hug that left knee back. And switch one more time on each side. Pull that right knee in. Keeping that nice spine. Hugging it back, and switch. Push the right foot out, hug the left knee in. Drawing the navel into the spine to support this. And release, cross the legs, come back up to a seated position. We'll roll over our shins back into tabletop. We'll get into some more poses that are probably more familiar. Left hand to gold 3, right hand to gold 4, toes to green 1, green 2. We're going into down dog for anyone who knows it. Lifting the hips, pressing the chest back to the thighs. Down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just loving it. You can shift side to side if you like. Find any freedom of movement. This is your practice. I am only your guide. The only thing I want you to do is listen. Not to me, but to you. And from here, shifting forward into a bit of a high plank. You can go knees, chest, chin, or half push-up, but squeeze those elbows in. And then lower the hips, untuck the toes. Come up into high cobra, or knees and hips lifted, up dog. Gazing up, pulling the wrists back towards the toes towards the wrists to create compression, and then decompress by moving into down dog. Tucking the toes back under, left toes to green 1, right toes to green 2. Push your hips back. Inhale the right foot back to the rear of the room. Bend the knee, open the hips. Push out through your inner right knee, and then extend the right leg. Your stacked hips, flex toes. Loving it. Bend the right knee again. Bring it all the way across the body to the left elbow. Maybe the tricep. Inhale, power back. Open the hip. Turn it in again, exhaling. Right knee to left elbow. Inhale back. And right knee once again to left elbow. Hug it in. Inhale back. This time lower the right toes down. Lower both elbows down to the ground as well. You can do knees first and then elbows. And then lift the hips back up. Toes stay in the green arches. Forearms aligned with the red lines. Elbows set just behind the blue dashes. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Now you press your chest back. Let me tuck my shirt in here. It's getting in the way of the mic. And then this is dolphin. Draw the navel up and in. If you want to practice lifting the left leg, squeezing arms together, wrapping the shoulders down and around, and pushing the earth away. Switch legs. And then lower the right toes, lower all the knees. Child's pose, knees wide, toes together, arms extended. Bow down in a moment of surrender. Regain your breath. Maybe 4 count inhales. 6 count exhales. I'm bringing some heat today, I recognize. But we've been pretty mild throughout our practices. And not to say that it's not advanced yoga. Again, the most advanced yoga you can do in terms of asana is to coordinate your breath with your movements in such a way that you never lose your breath. It's always smooth, it's always steady, it's always in control. That is the best I've ever felt after a yoga practice. It was not because of the poses, it was because my breath was the guide in and out of each pose. So I'm introducing a concept today it's an acronym, And it's about being in awe of it all. It's a practice of radical acceptance and gratitude all in one. In which for me, my anchoring thought is that I incarnated for this. Whatever I am experiencing is the greatest thing that can happen to me. And that's a bit of a quote from Naval Ravikant. But the reality is I believe I incarnated here, and so I make a choice again in the moment to embrace whatever I am experiencing, whether it's unjust or unwanted or uncomfortable. And the A stands for acknowledgement, acknowledging what is happening circumstantially, externally, and then internally. First, the external circumstances, and then what is my reaction to those circumstances? Let's come back up out of child's pose, and we'll come back to the W. So first, as you go through every pose, constantly acknowledge that the external pose is as such, and then go internally to understand what's going on with your response to it. Are you resisting? Are you saying, forget this, man? Or who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. I don't like him anymore. Anyways, lifting your hips, going into down dog. We'll extend the left leg back behind us. Bend the left knee, stack the left hip over the right leg. Take a moment. Once you find the alignment, the external circumstances, go within. How are you holding this pose? Do you have tension in your jaw? Are you forcing it with your forehead and neck? Or can you relax some of the effort that does not work for you? And you can notice this in every aspect of life, in whatever pose we're doing. Mama pose, daddy pose, work pose, boss pose, employee pose, driving in my car pose. Now we'll bring the left knee to the right elbow. Hug it in, breath in on the way up. Breath out on the way down. Exhale. Find that torsion in your torso. Inhale. Opening up the hips outside, then opening them to the other side as you cross over, left knee to right elbow. We'll do it one more time in case my cues weren't clear. Cross over, left knee to right elbow. And then inhale. Set it back down to green one. We'll lower down to the elbows again for dolphin pose. Drawing the navel up and in, pressing the chest back towards the thighs. If you want to lift the leg, go ahead. I'm not. I'm going to introduce the W. Witness. An aspect of non-identification. And then exhale, lower the knees outside the purple circles, toes together, arms extended, child's pose. For this child's pose, we're going to move our arms off the mat to the left, placing the right hand over the left and sitting the hips back, creating that side stretch. And then just breathe a bold breath into the right side ribs. So, the W is for witnessing. Inner teachings speak to an inner witness that is always neutral. A neutral witness that is unaffected by any circumstance, that is not within the housing of your soul, Atman, or whatever you would like to call it, your truth, your true nature, your Buddha nature. It's a type of resilience that allows you to not identify into the situation and create a story of the victim, perhaps, but instead to empower yourself to see clearly and make wise choices. Come back up out of your child's pose with an invigorating inhale. then from down dog, we're going to inhale the right foot straight back behind us, square the hips, toes point down to the ground. Draw the right knee to the nose and step through to blue 2, or your right thumb. With your right foot planted, we're going to go right into crescent lunge, standing up strong and tall, biceps by the ears. And then interlace the fingers, except for the pointer, steeple fingers. And then bend a little deeper into your right knee and open your heart, lifting your heart to the sky with a gentle back bend. Lift out of your low back, do not dump, lift. Now bring the hands to heart center in a prayer position and twist to the outside edge of your left leg. Biceps or palms to the heart, twisting over the right edge of your leg. Stay there for 3 breaths and observe. Acknowledge what is happening externally and your internal response. See if you can find the witness who is unaffected. Just a pause, it's in the gap, the moment between judgments, corrections, criticism, comparison. And then release your hands back down to front your front foot by untwisting, planting the hands. We're going to place the left hand down in line with the left heel on goal 3, and then turn your navel in towards your right thigh and twist again. It's okay to rock slightly to the outer edge of your right foot, but keep the big right toe planted. As you extend your right hand to the sky, you're twisting open and squeezing your hips and legs together. So everything pulls towards center line, which is right underneath your right hand. Again, acknowledge and witness. And then release the right hand back down. Lower the left knee to about green 3, or just behind your left hip. And then straighten your right leg. Draw your toes towards your nose. Slide your hands back. If you have blocks, great place for blocks. Hands by the hips. Big, long heart. Let's actually extend our heart vertically upwards at about a 20-degree angle. And then exhale with that straight spine. Lay your torso over your right leg. Toes to the nose. Then into the right knee. Come on out. Stepping the right foot back to green 2 or going into high plank. You can either do this from gold 1, gold 2, or gold 3, gold 4, but shoulders over wrists. Now come onto the tippy toes, pushing your shoulders over your fingernails. Bend into your elbows, lower halfway down. Inhale, rise up, either up dog or cobra. The difference is your knees and hips are down in cobra, lifted in up dog. And back to down dog. Left hand gold 3, right hand gold 4. Hand bouncing, wait for a moment here. Smooth out your breath, drawing in through the nose, out through the nose where possible. Let's all together sigh out, just to relieve ourselves. Let's just inhale and stimulate that vagal tone. That vibration is great for the vagus nerve, which controls your autonomic nervous system, basically your stress response. And shifting forward, knees down. Knees wide, toes together, child's pose. Hands walk off to the right. Left hand over the right. Sitting the hips back. Child's pose with the side bend. Allow the breath to do the rest. Opening up the left side ribs and rest in the body. So the E stands for embrace. embrace or engage. Meaning you can't just live in the witness, right? Oblivious to it all. Oh, that doesn't affect me. You know, if you get in an accident, you obviously have to engage with the situation. Car accident, car crash, you have to engage with the situation, take responsibility. But once you've checked your emotions and become non-identified, there's an ability to re-engage with the situation, much like a boxer or a fighter in the ring, where they can, when they're in their corner, they're witnessing each other. They're not in the fight. They're able to witness, strategize, understand the game plan, what's going right, what's going wrong. And then the ref says go, and they step back in. When the bell rings, they engage, they embrace, they clinch, they hit, they clinch, they re-engage. Coming back out to a neutral position, arms back to center. Come on up into a down dog. Pressing the chest back, a little bit in the knees to lift the hips higher. Push out through the four pads of your palm. Think of the four corners of your fingers, of your palm as the pointer, the pinky, and then the bases of the palm. Inhale the left arm, left arm back behind you. Draw the left knee to your nose and step it forward to your left thumb, blue 1. Going into crescent once again. Inhale, rise up. Biceps by the ears, interlace the fingers. Leave the pointers pointed. Create the back bend by drawing the shoulder blades together and then lifting the heart, opening the chest, and continuing to lift length through the spine. And come out of that with hands to heart center prayer position. Good deep bend in the left knee. Twisting here from the navel. Placing the right elbow on the outside or the top of the right thigh. Twisting there. Once you have the alignment, 3 breaths. Take a look here. I'm looking great. 3 breaths. Moving through your ah moment. After your 3 breaths. Place the hands down to frame the front foot. Lower the back right knee to just on down. If you're on the GuruPad, green 4. And then again, we're going to straighten the left leg, draw the left toes towards the nose, shift the hips back, keeping the torso upright. Hands can slide back on blocks or to the hips or to teepees on the ground. And then shift yourself forward, chest forward, heart forward. And lay yourself over your left leg. Should be a nice hamstring stretch in there for you. And we're reloaded. Heart forward, one more breath in. And bend back into the left knee here. Pick up that back right knee. Did this a slight touch out of order, it's okay. Plant the right hand, right palm in line with the right heel, just in front of it, if anything. Can be in line with the right toes as well. Plant that palm, gold 4, and then push down into that palm, turn your navel towards your left leg, and then inhale, send the left arm to the sky. And squeeze everything to the center line. The balance point is directly under your left arm. Full breath in here. And exhale, release the left hand down. We're going to step all the way forward now. Right foot meets the left foot to blue 2. Head goes heavy. Inhale, half lift, reset, flat back. Push into the shins, but keep your weight in the balls of the feet. Exhale, round down and in. Grabbing opposite elbows, allow yourself to hang out here while I stand up and check on everybody. Any depth of bend in your knees is going to be perfectly fine. What time is it? Wonderful. Releasing your arms here. Bend into the right knee. If you're having a little trouble with your forward folds, anchor your right elbow into your right knee. Otherwise, plant your right hand down on the ground or a block. I like blocks. And then left leg straightens, right knee bends, twist open to the left side, sending your left hand overhead. Should feel this in your outer left hip as long as you're pressing down through the 3 tripods points on your left foot. The 3 tripod points on your left foot. Big toe, pinky, and heel. Sealed. 3 more breaths. Observing the witness, finding that sustainability. And release back down. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Again, if you need to anchor the elbow into the inner edge of the left knee to get this feels pretty good. Honestly, I do this a lot. Otherwise, plant your left hand, block or otherwise, and twist open to the right side. Taking your gaze up off the right fingers, even with your eyeballs. Pushing down through the right foot, not swaying too much into the left. And exhale, right hand comes back down. Bend into our knees here. Create a little ball, lifting the heels, wrapping your arms around, and rounding your spine as you tuck your chin in. And then roll on back to your arse, as they say across the pond. If you have a block, we're going to do supported bridge. If you don't have a block, it's okay. We'll do dynamic bridge. Planting your feet hip width apart. Blue 1, blue 2 on the GuruPad. And again, move your hips close enough to your heels so that you can just tickle the edge of them with your fingertips. So dynamic will be moving with slight pauses at the top. We're going to coordinate the breath and the movement. So I'll do that first. We'll all do that first. If you have a block or some sort of prop nearby, again, it could be a padded water bottle or something. Inhale, lift the hips slowly. Coordinating into the inhale, pause at the top, pause the breath for 1, 2. Exhale, lower the hips for 3 to 4 counts. Pause at the bottom for 1, 2. Inhale, lift the hips for 3 to 4 counts. Moving slower and slower, maybe you get to 5 counts. You're only pausing for 2 at the top, lowering the hips for 3 to 4, maybe 5. Pause for 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 2, 1. Going for 5 now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can use a block at the top if you'd like, or continue with your own breath pattern, maybe extending the pauses. There's so much benefit in what we call kumbhak in yoga. It's breath retention, but it's more like a suspension. Instead of creating the tension of holding your breath and squeezing, you're actually just suspending it. Let's do 3 rounds of breathing, even if you're supported. Remember, pausing at the top and bottom, including the breath, and moving through molasses. So slow. Pushing down through the tops of the feet, pushing those knees away. It's really good for the low back and the hips specifically. Push down into those feet, y'all. Knees away. Last cycle here. Trying to get up to 5, maybe a pause for 3. And then resume normalized breath. Still in through the nose, out through the nose. Drawing the right knee in here. We're going to cross the right knee over the top of the left knee. If this is accessible to you, reach for the feet by lifting the knees and bringing them towards your chest, and then grabbing for the feet, attempting to keep your spine on the ground. If that's not accessible, then go with figure 4, right ankle on top of left thigh, sliding your hands to the back of your left thigh or top of your left shin. And you're pushing your right knee away and hugging your left knee in. And with the cross legs, Gomukhasana, compass pose, you're pulling the feet out wide and towards your face. Same breathing, inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. That's equal breathing, samavriti. Sama meaning equal, vritti meaning paced breathing, equal paced breathing. Very powerful. Treat it like water. You can have water anytime, morning, day, night. And release the legs there. Crossing over to the other side, left knee over right, or again, left ankle over right thigh. You got to decide what your hip's saying today. And grabbing where appropriate, either the back of the right thigh, top of the right shin, or you're grabbing your feet. And again, equal breathing. Breathe into your hips. When you inhale, your third bottom diaphragm in your pelvic bowl, perineum down there, it opens like a sail, triggering a bunch of nerve cells to respond and motor neurons to release, causing relaxation throughout your muscles. Last breath in. release. Hug your knees in. Let's give yourself a squeeze here. And because Lottie's such a fan of it, we're going to hit up that happy baby. Sliding your arms through the inner edge of your legs to the outer edges of your feet, grabbing the pinky edge of your feet. Or if that's inaccessible, if that pulls your low back off the ground, grab the top of your shins and push into your hands. Otherwise, with the feet, you're pushing in your hands, keeping that low back sealed. And then play. Do whatever you want. Roll side to side. Extend one leg, then the other. It's my favorite. Pulling one in, extending the other. Do it with your breath, though. Well done. Extend the legs up the wall. Supta Dandasana. This is a supine staff pose. Draw your navel towards your spine. Click the heels together. Turn the toes out wide like Dorothy going home. Click those heels and then lower your legs straight, straight, straight. Because we are going home. Slowly, surely. Let that ground surprise you. Let the toes stay knocked out wide, palms facing in or up. Shoulders decompress. Melt into your mat. Great opportunity to turn the lights off or cover your eyes. But if you feel good, don't move. This is the most important pose. From the crown of your head, imagine an egg of ease being cracked and oozing down over your forehead and the upper ears, unfurrowing the forehead, relaxing your lobes as it continues to ooze down, releasing the eyes to sink back like setting suns, taking your time to feel yourself immersed from behind and above by this egg of ease, this yolk of union. Cheekbones relax so much that they actually expand. Bridge of nose and inner noses release. Upper lip unquivers. Lower lip unclenches. Jaw unhinged. Tongue decompressed. From the inside out, feel ease take over your head. Releasing your throat. Like a cold beverage on a hot day. Bringing that moment. Shoulders melt back like you're hanging in a hammock. Chest too decompresses from the inside out. Heartbeat becomes the only movement in your body, alongside your subtle and subtler breathing. Each abdomen muscle smooths out. Inner organs relax into their natural frequency. Hips hold nothing. Pelvic bowl empty. Relaxing the right thigh, right kneecap, right calf, right ankle, right heel and big toe to pinky toe, the whole of the foot, open and releasing unwanted, unneeded energy entanglements. Feel the pulsations of sensation in your right leg. And recognize it as an exit channel for unwanted, unneeded, unwelcome energy. Now release the left hip and thigh, untensing even further. Left knee settling even deeper. Left calf, no more tension. Left ankle and heel, resting intently. Sole to toes, big toe to little. Decalcifying. No longer rigid or solid, but fluid and malleable. Now feel energy exit the left leg in the form of tension and stress, illness or disease. Now turn your attention to your breathing. Uncontrolled, uncommanded, unadulterated breath. Begin counting your exhalations down from 27, using 27 for both the inhale and exhale. And do so descending down to 1. If you get lost, return to 27. It's simply a matter of relaxing with focused attention. For a focused mind is a calm mind.